हमारा टॉपिक है फ्लाइंग एडाप्टेशन ऑफ बर्ड्स। एडाप्टेशन मीन्स बर्ड्स अपने बॉडी को कैसे मॉडिफाई कर रहे हैं, उड़ने के लिए, हवा में उड़ने के लिए कैसे मॉडिफाइड कर रहे हैं अपने बॉडी को। इसके बारे में आज हम इस टॉपिक पे पढ़ने जा रहे हैं। सो लिसन केयरफुल्ली गाइज, इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू। एंड लेट्स बिगिन। Young is a scientist in 1958 says bird is master of air. Young said that birds are the master of air because no system or no organ that has not been modified in relation to flight. Every system or organ of the birds are modified for the flight. The following account precisely indicates how much birds are adapted to their aerial mode of life through their anatomy, embryology, physiology, and ecology. So, in this chapter, we are going to learn about how much birds have been modified in their anatomy, embryology, physiology, and ecology for the flight. इसका मतलब बर्ड अपने आप को कैसे ढाल रहे हैं कि वो हवा में अच्छे से उड़ सके। वो एनाटॉमी बाहर से देखकर भी पता लगा सकते हैं, एम्ब्रियोलॉजी जन्म के पहले, फिजियोलॉजी एंड इकोलॉजिकली हाउ दे आर मॉडिफाइड वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी हियर. At first their shape had been modified. The shape of the body represents a sum of its several adaptation. Shape of the body gives general idea of its adaptation. The perfectly streamlined spindle-shaped body of a bird is designed to offer minimum resistance to the wind and hence easily propelled through the air in the same manner as the fish swim through water quite easily without any waste of effort. So birds have this type of shape, spindle-like shape, by which they can easily fly in the air without resistance to the wind, and in same manner they propel in the air like fish swim through water. And the compact body of the birds are also a great adaptation. The bird have compact body, light, it is very lightweight but strong dorsally and heavier ventrally. The ventral part of the bird are heavier than the dorsal part, which is but dorsal part is very strong. Here remember this point, dorsal part is strong and the ventral part is heavier. Helps in maintaining balance in the air, which helps in the maintaining balance in the air. The attachment of the wings high up on the thorax. Wings are attached on the thorax in the neck region. The high position of such light organ is lungs and air sacs. The low and central position of the heavy muscle, sternum and digestive organ are also important. The position of the wing, position of lungs, air sac and the heavy muscle etc play a great important role in the flight, and they have highly modified system for that. And the next point is forelimbs modified into wings. It means the forward limbs means the हैंड्स, वी कैन, हम इंसान के नज़र से ही देखते हैं वो हैंड्स और आगे का लेग, फॉरलिम्स इन आगे का लेग इज मॉडिफाइड इनटू विंग्स. फॉरलिम्स इज the forelimbs have been converted into unique and powerful organ which is known as the wing. Forelimb is converted into wings. This marvelously designed structure equipped with special flight muscle. Wings are equipped with flight muscle have been developed as instrument of propulsion through air. Wings helps in the flight of the air. We all know that it is also known as the instrument of propulsion through air. The elongated flight feather of wings are called the remix. Elongated flight feather of wings. Wings have different type of feather which are elongated and they are called the remix. The expanded membranous part or vein of each remix form a flexible and continuous surface for striking the air in the flight. For striking the air in the flight, the remix forms a flexible and continuous surface. Shape of wing, broad surface helps in the flight of the bird. The shape of wing very importantly helps in the flight of the bird, and they wing have broad surface also, which is very important, don't forget that point. And here we can see in this picture that how the bird is being modified. Bones are so much light its bones are so much light and very mostly compact here, and their jaw are converted into the horny beak, and the muscles of flight are very powerful. Forelimbs is modified into the wing. Only one hind limb is present. Only hind limb is present, not for and forelimbs are modified into the wings, and feathers are light insulating. The feathers are insulating, and tail is short, which contains long rectivers, and the body shape is streamlined body shape as we discussed earlier, and the neck is mobile, means movable neck is present. These are some of the features of the bird we have discussed in this picture, and these are the adaptation of bird for the flight. Body covering of feathers. The body of the birds are covered by the feathers. We have seen so many birds, their body is almost covered by the feathers. Feathers are diagnostic of birds. Since no other group of animal have developed them, feathers are diagnostic of birds. It means feathers represents the birds, and feather is the unique character of bird. No other group of animal have developed feather other than the birds. The smooth, closely fitting, and backwardly directed counter feather make the body streamlined and further helps to passes through the air by reducing friction to minimum. The feather make the body of the birds streamlined and helps in helps in reducing friction. The non-conducting covering of feather insulate the body perfectly and prevent loss of heat, which enables the bird to endure intense cold at high altitude and also to maintain a constant temperature. Feathers also helps in the insulating, which prevent loss of heat, and also they endure intense cold at high altitude, and to maintain a constant temperature of the bird, the feathers are very important. And again, the next part which is modified is beak. The conversion of forelimb into wing is duly compensated by the presence of a bill or beak. If the beak was not present, the conversion of forelimb into wings is not any useful. So the jaw is converted into bill or beak. The mouth is drawn out into a horny beak, which is used as a forceps in picking of things. Beak is used to picking of things. Beside procurement of food, the beak is also used for nest building. Beak is used for nest building, which is in beak is also used for the neck building, nest building, which in other animal is done by four limbs. हम ह्यूमन बींग्स अपने हाथ का प्रयोग करके घर बनाते हैं, वैसे ही बर्ड्स अपने बीक के प्रयोग करके वो अपना घर और नेस्ट बनाते हैं. यही है बीक. So that beak is modified for this reason. And again, integument. Integument means the outer surface. The loose skin is a modification for flight. It is responsible for the extensive movement of the skeletal musculature. It means the skin is modified for the flight, and skin is responsible for the rapid movement of the skeletal musculature. And the next modification is large muscle of flight. Bird have large muscles for the flight. While muscle of the back are greatly reduced, the flight muscle on the breast are greatly developed. We have eaten the breast of the birds. They are modified for the flight is the flight muscles greatly developed, weighing nearly 1/6 of the whole bird. The breast muscle are nearly 1/6 of the whole bird. They are modified for the flight muscles. The wing is depressed and lowered by an enormous pectorals major. It is elevated or raised by pectorals minor, the tendon of which passes through the foramen tertium to be inserted dorsally on the head of the humerus. And again, endoskeleton. The body from the inside is known as the endoskeleton. Many adaptations for flight are apparent in the skeleton of birds. The fusion of bones built with the smallest amount of material after the hollow girdle principle combines strength with lightness, one of the first essential in the successful flight. At first, the bones are hollow. It is the very important. Bones are hollow. They does not contain bone marrow, and they are fused and made up of the very smallest amount of material, so that it is easy for the bird to fly. This is the adaptation of the endoskeleton. Air sac and respiration. Respiration process. How does the respiration process helps in the flight of the birds? The inelastic lungs of birds are supplemented by a remarkable system of air sacs. Lungs is supplemented by system of air sacs which grow out from lungs and occupy all the available space between internal organs, even extending to the cavity of hollow bones. The air sac occupy all the space between the internal organs and extended to the cavity of hollow bones. It is also extended to the cavity of hollow bones. Ear sac. Yes. The ear sacs secure more perfect aeration of lung and help in the internal respiration. Ear sac help in the internal respiration, which is very lightweight and cover the every cavity of the body, thus helping in the regulation of body temperature, which helps in the regulation of body temperature. So by this all those adaptation, the bird are able to fly in the sky. There are many other adaptations like perching, movable neck and head, bipedal locomotion, only two legs locomotion, circulatory system, single ovary, etc. These above are important adaptation of birds of flight. The above we have discussed are very important adaptation, and there are other adaptation of birds which are also important, but we are not going to study here. Thank you guys. Hope you subscribe our channel.